Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another cast of Vanguard. My name is Thomas JaKaTaKtv. I'm the UI lead for this project, and up here we've got playing as Zeratul, Swede. Daedra will be playing as the Overmind. Vampy Worm will also be playing as Zeratul, double Zeratul, and Torque will of course be playing, as always, Raynor. Big Raynor buddy, all about the Raynor, and we're gonna get right into it. We see the new scout. We've only had this new scout for a couple of days now, despite the fact they're shooting. These are all melee range units: the Swarm Sentinel, the Adept, and the Reaper. I know the Mini Queen, the Swarm Sentinel, looks a bit weird, but there are only so many models that we can use, and we like to spend our time testing things rather than making them look perfect. Looking perfect is for Immortal. The core gameplay mechanics that we want to perfect are for this game. So one of the cool things we're seeing right away with the melee scouts is that it's a lot easier to get scouting done. You can see the gateway timing. You know that there was an expansion first over here for Vampy Worm. In the meantime, we did have a pretty quick gateway over here for Swede before the expansion. So we'll have to see if that's for some initial early units or if he's gonna try and tech up and get something done in that fashion. But he sacrificed a small bit of economy. His opponents, the blue team, will have a stronger initial economy to start off with, but he could go. We'll have to keep our eyes out for what exactly it is that he's planning on doing. He does take a double gas as well. There's the Cyber Core and no units out of the gateway. So very likely we're gonna see an Oracle here, or potentially some Corsairs for harassment, but definitely looking at the air harass direction. Usually when you see double gas and a quick cyber, that is the path people are taking. Daedra going for this third base quite early, so that will put them, if Daedra can defend that base, that'll put them in the economic lead in that way. And we have the units beginning to posture here, starting to build some Centurions. We're starting to have our non-scout units enter the playfield. And this is this looks like a really big run by here. He's just gonna try to get by, maybe get some scouting information, but he runs into the Nidus Destroyer, tries to turn around, but this is not a good day for these scouts. See you later. That is not a fun time, getting stuck between a Nidus Destroyer and an army. And gonna send out some zealots. I think that was potentially to reinforce that attack. And it looks like red team is gonna pull this Xel'Naga and try to capture this location for the time being. And blue is going to take this side as well. So pretty even so far. I think one of the whoa. Oh no. Oh no, I think he accidentally canceled that. Oh, what a bummer. But Daedra here, I think, is the main sort of significant story we have, because he's taking the space earlier than everyone else. So the red team's gonna have an economic boost. They're gonna have to be able to defend it, and Torque does like to play aggressively on two bases often, so you have to be pretty careful for stuff like that. Nice move over here with the scouts. Stalker as well going to help out with its funny little angle shot. Gonna be able to, oh man, they need to cancel this and save their, oh, that's 50 Xel'Naga energy down the drain immediately. And we have the Oracle coming out while there's an expansion over at the 9 o'clock. Ooh, interesting. Gonna go for the safe place here. Gonna place a stasis ward and just slow down the economy of his opponent. Does that start the worker production again? It does. Whoa, what an interesting thing. So the worker production is automatic. If you stasis your opponent's workers, it shows them as not working and it reactivates this worker. So you're forcing your opponent to spend additional money on workers here. He's gonna be oversaturated once he starts these mining again. That's an interesting little side effect. And we have the forward barracks. This is something that I think is gonna be really sort of a staple tactical play. Not a cheese strategy like it is in StarCraft, but just something that allows you to help reinforce, because you can effectively produce all of your units out of one production facility, because units produce so quickly, especially if you're making a marine-based army. So this is really going to cut into the defender's advantage, the rally defender's advantage of Team Red. Unfortunately though, he's a little bit alone right now. Torque is all alone out here. His ally coming across the map with some Centurions, but He may not be quite in time. Fortunately, Torque does have a huge army. He does have that stim pack. It is on a cooldown. Gonna move in here and take this fight under the Nidus Destroyer. Usually it's not a good idea, but I think blue team just has so much. Really great mark is gonna push them right over the edge there. That may have been a close battle. Once that mark came down, that forced an almost instant retreat, and Vampire even going to throw a tactical pylon up there. I wonder what's that for. Nice stasis ward is going to slow down blue team's potential advance. Really good mark there. If you can get some damage off, this is going to be cleared, but fast retreat, and that Chrono is going to buff up this Nidus Destroyer to no end. You cannot mess with a Chrono Nidus Destroyer. That's going to force or an instant retreat, and it's going to give Red a little bit of time to reinforce over here and bring their army numbers back up. +1 almost finished for our Protoss player, but it doesn't have too many units to take advantage of it, really. And our Zerg player already has +1 attack. Zerg player, the first player to get +1 attack. Upgrades are now universal, by the way, for those of you who did not know that already. The upgrades in Vanguard in this particular build are universal. What that means is that if you get +1 for your Marines, it counts for everything. Counts for your mech, counts for your vehicles, counts for every... Wait, does he see this? Oh man, we got some mains. This could be fun. This could definitely be fun. The Centurions are pretty far away. Oh, I think this is, let's see. I'm not sure if they get instantly invisible when they're next to a power field, but that could be what's going on over there. Nice moves over here. Going to buffer with these Hercs while attempting to take out this base, this main advantage that Daedrus had. Nice wild growth, but it's not quite enough. So many Centurions here from Vampywurm, and really nice individual micro, but they're going up the ramp, and oh my god! Oh, every Centurion falls almost immediately. Absolutely, absolutely. And they're gonna lose, oh wow, they're gonna lose his third base as well. This is a big victory for the blue team here. Red is gonna take this obelisk and try to more slowly secure this area, more solidly, let's say, secure this area. And this army is pretty much stuck at this point. They should get hollowed out. Wow, oh wow, reinforcements over here. Might be able to get this obelisk if they focus on it, but they're gonna take the smart move, I think, here and back up. They really are outnumbered. That this, as cool as it is to have this forward rally point, forward reinforcement structure, we'll call it. I don't think it's quite enough. We take a look at the supplies. Man, the army for Red is really big right now, and they're looking to try and take advantage of it, going for what they assume would be a base, but no bases here. Oh man, Centurion's gonna come in. Going to be able to section off some of the Zerglings, but for the most part, they're going to be able to get away. Torque has a pretty small army over here. Will he be able to catch this? Whoa, nope. Will not be able to catch the Oracle. And interesting moves with the stasis ward. There goes the Oracle. Pop goes the Oracle. Got to be careful with that. I think that was on a shift command and it wasn't being paid attention to, so it died almost immediately. Oh. Nice cancel though, very nice cancel. It's important to be efficient with your Xel'Naga energy, so making sure you cancel those fortification structures that you spend 50 Xel'Naga energy on. It's quite a bit, quite a significant amount. Looks like they're gonna trade a little bit of army for a watchtower over here. Pretty nice moves. This side base does get scouted, but man, these Centurions just forcing the red player here to push back so quickly. In the meantime, we're just kind of have a couple of one-on-one fights potentially, kind of back and forth. And as things begin to converge, it's all about who's doing the 2v1s. Really nice surrounds over here for these Zerglings, but the Hercs are so tanky. It looks like Torque will just barely win his battle, but the reinforcements should be able to take him off. And here it is, the end of the pressure, or this particular pressure. Don't worry, there will be more later. As we see some Dark Archons warping in behind this. Remember that confusion spell from last cast? If you haven't, go check it out, because that was insane. No spoilers. But now we have a re-established 6 total bases for Red Team against the 5 of Blue. And Torque is trying to take this base, but Daedrus has been so on top of checking these 2 bases and making it really hard for Blue Team to get a 6th base. In the meantime, we do have starting to converge over here on the watchtower. No confusions available yet. The energy is too low. When you see these about 75% full, that's when they have a confusion. Most energy units in Vanguard don't have 200 energy, but 100 energy. So 75 energy spell is actually quite expensive in Vanguard terms. So make sure you keep that in mind. It looks like Torque did manage to land here. He's starting to produce workers. Well, after he gets the orbital command. And let's see if they have enough. Ooh, it looks like they do. There have been some changes. Okay, so let's talk about the Xel'Naga. There have been some changes to the Xel'Naga Vault. The Xel'Naga Vault summons the construct. We all know this, of course, everybody. Yes, if you don't know this, now you know. Summons the construct. But now it's really short. Just takes 4 seconds. You summon it like a production building. There's not this big moment where you have to contest or hold on to it. And we found, just in general with the other method, that players weren't playing very much with the Xel'Naga construct. So we wanted to incentivize that a little bit, just so we can get some data, just so we can see how powerful it is and the different ways that players can use it, you know, once they start using it. So if you're going to go ahead and play some games, mess around. Try out the Xel'Naga construct, see how it feels, and let us know if it's too strong, too weak. What do you think? And why? The why, always very important. Some extra oh man, oh man. Whew. These observers saving the lives of so many units. Very important. We're gonna have an instant unburrow over here, gonna pull back. This is a really aggressive base. They're throwing down this base like directly in the face of their opponent. Was that scouted immediately? Yes, it was. It was totally scouted immediately. In the meantime, we did have a little bit of a skirmish over here. Ooh, some burrowed veins. Do get a couple kills, but that's gonna prompt the scan. In the meantime, we have another fight over here. Oh my god, Confusion lands on the Banelings and destroys them all. That happened so quickly. I don't know if you managed to catch it, but Confusion, incredible spell against many units. Probably the best against Banelings, though, because they are suicidal units. And if you can get a suicidal unit to instantly attack anything it's next to, that's quite awesome. Banelings coming in, getting some nice connections against these Centurions over here in the corner. These Lings will be able to surround the Xel'Naga Construct and Lancer. Not really strong units against a swarm like this. And it looks like this may be the end of the Construct for Blue Team. In the meantime, though, they might be... Ooh, are they going to go for this base? Yes, they are going right for this base over here. Keep in mind the economy is very tight, so any kind of income advantage you can gain right now is really big. This is going to leave Vampirworm alone for a minute, so hopefully, ooh, loses. He does wow, that was crazy. He got his confusion off just before he died. Does manage to get that confusion off, and look at how powerful that is. Allows retreat, allows attacks, controls space. Can do a lot with confusion, so keep that in mind. Nice run by here from Daedra. Finally, there's a base here. He's been running by to this location, I think, all game, and finally there's a base to kill. So I think he'll be quite happy about that. Attempted baits up over here in the Baneling, and we do have attacks going on over here. Base eliminated, and quick liftoff over here should be able to save this base. There is the repair, not a problem at all. And now Red is on the run, and also going for this base. Is Vampirworm going to be able to get here in time? Xel'Naga Tower watches by, just wishing that it could participate, but no. It has not been touched. It has not even been poked or misclicked a single time yet. We got some potential confusions going on here. Ooh, confusion misses. Nice dodge over there. Only gonna get one stalker, and that actually slows down the progression of the Centurions, so you really gotta be careful about where you throw down those confusions. They can hurt you as much as help you, depending on where you throw them. Nice wild growth over here, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. There's just so many Centurions on the ground. In the meantime, these Tempests are just dishing out ridiculous, unreasonable amounts of damage. So little anti-air for Red Team, for Blue Team, excuse me, that these Tempests have just been able to do tons and tons of damage. Sure, you've got the Marines, but they just can't deal in a major way with this. And oh man, as a reward for winning that battle, they're going to be able to take out this base and potentially claim it for themselves. In the meantime, though, this is a very surroundable position. A lot of red in all directions, but it looks like he's going to take this out. Nice scan, and he's going to be able to move out pretty quickly. Nicely done. I think if the trap had been sprung a little bit sooner... Oh, these Banelings coming in potentially. They get some pretty good hits. Marines still weak to Banelings in Vanguard. as in StarCraft 2. Nothing's changed there. Really nice move with the Herc, soaking up a lot of that Baneling damage, allowing these Marines to dish out their damage. Moving forward, going to be able to focus down one of the Tempests. All right, does get one of the Tempests. These Hercs are going to come in as reinforcements and get back in that front line, protect those Marines so they can keep dealing out the damage. Man, what a shattered economy for both sides over here. Very low economies for both players, and even the supplies are quite low as well. For a game of Vanguard, that is. +3 attack coming in over here from Daedra. Important to realize that is on the way, and ooh, some Spectres, I think, from Torque gonna be coming in. Spectre's incredibly powerful unit. Hercs are gonna jump forward over here. You can see that target ground. They don't need a unit to jump to, they just need any piece of ground that they can see. Gonna move forward here and try to get in the way here, mess up the pathing, and soak up even more Banelings. One of the Banelings does go off on the left side, but I don't think that's quite enough. Overall, this flank is really going to be what finishes off this army. Excellent victory over here. And the problem is, look at this, they win this victory over here, and there's a base here and here. But I gotta say, the SimCity for this base, absolutely phenomenal. Should at least slow them down, give them a little bit of time. 2 confusions left over. Lands of Confusion. Ooh, Lands of Confusion, as you saw on those Banes. Very powerful way to use confusion. And we have continued units streaming across the map. The battle's mostly confined to this area. In the meantime, we do have Vampy Worm trying to take that base. And this is just going to be a difficult hold over here. These gateways really allow just super quick reinforcements, and fighting against that is going to be incredibly difficult for blue team. I don't know if they're going to be able to move in and take this base. Might be better to wait up and try a different angle. And it looks like they're going to do that. Little ping over here onto the fortification point, so potentially one of them wants to take it. And yes, finally looks like the drones have arrived, and they're going to try to take that base. This base horribly out of position, but we have a reasonable number of units. They're going to be caught mostly off guard. A little bit of a run by over here from Daedra. And in the meantime, Torque focusing down this Nexus, going to get it, secure himself some long distance mining, which is quite nice. But oh, look, we have what was the battle going on? Let's talk about that. These Lings are gonna get cleaned up. Nicely done over, oh my God, gets 2 Dark Archons. That's huge, 250 gas there. In the meantime, by the way, we have double long distance mining from the same patches. That's how scrappy this game is getting. I think we're gonna have a worker fight in a little bit once they realize what's going on. So much interaction. Finally, this Tempest goes down. Let's see, is he rebuilding those Tempests? Looks like not at the moment. They've been really cost effective for him, so I wouldn't think it would be a terrible idea to keep going with that. Oh, and it looks like Swede has realized what's going on, kind of get some worker kills over here. But not too important at this stage in the game, the worker kills. Not huge, not gigantic. We do see, ooh, the Broodlord. The Broodlord transition. This is really where it's at. We have 3-1 units for the Zerg player. That's very powerful. 3 attack. Very, and one of the things you have to consider too, in StarCraft 2, you need to get 4 total sets of upgrades, 4 sets of 3 to fully upgrade a Broodlord, because the Broodlings get melee and ground and the Broodlords get air, right? Nice little attack over here, gonna get some free damage in and take out this obelisk. But when you have full upgrades for everybody, that means that whenever you get +3 for your Broodlords, you're also getting +3 for your Broodlings as well. Not a lot under here, but you can see just there's not enough anti-air for Torque on this side. And is there Blink yet? No, not yet. Oh my God, Blink so close. Blink so close to finishing. Could have been able to take out these Broodlords so nicely, but he's gonna have to wait for Blink to finish, and he might be able to catch these Broodlords off guard. All the action centered around this area of the map currently. A little bit of a breather. Oh my God, haven't had one of those in 26 minutes. Really big attack there, and that's the feature of that Broodlord. It banks up 6 Broodlings at a time compared to 2, so it's a little bit more bursty. Can run in, slowly build up, and make the moves. But it's looking like high time for these Broodlords to get out of here before it's too late. Gotta be very careful. There's a lot of Blink Stalkers. If they go down into the low ground, they should be able to start targeting down. There's one, and a second Broodlord as well. Nice pick off. He's gonna lose a few Stalkers for it, but overall, I think a pretty good trade for blue. We take a look at the game right now. The army supply is so much stronger for blue at the moment, and the economy in the advantage of blue as well. So blue continuing to push their advantage slightly to try and maintain as much as possible. Big Broodlord attack moving in over here. And oh no, they're gonna turn around. They're gonna turn around. They have to deal with these Stalkers. I don't know if this was I don't know if this was the best move or what even you do in this situation. The Broodlords are so slow. They even got chased out by a couple of these Vikings. They're gonna lose some. Daedra's gonna lose this base, and that means he's gonna lose this really important gas mining here. Gas, such a critical component to all games of RTS that involve two resources where one is more scarce than the other. That was a mouthful, but my point is gas is important, and losing that gas is a big deal. Oh, and he's gonna be able to blink over here and take this base too. Oh, if he pays attention, there we go. There we go. We're starting to attack this down. Big red army coming in over here. Will he be? He's gonna at least be able to get the mineral line. Potentially, oh no. Oh no, I don't think he's going to get this hatchery. I think all of these Stalkers are gonna have to retreat immediately. They come in, oh, nice flank from Torque with the Vikings. Still hasn't upgraded the splash damage though, and that's going to really reduce the amount of effect that they've had on this combat. Whew. And blue team has got their tail between their legs. They gotta get out of there. They do notice a really early on expansion. Not a lot of hit points. Should be able to target it down pretty quickly. In the meantime, though, ooh, nice blinks forward. Gonna be able to get some damage in. Oh, these Corruptors, though, gonna chase down the Vikings. And it's really about getting these Marines into the fight, finding a way for these Marines to, oh my god, nice, look at that tactic. Oh my god, phenomenal. He caught him chasing the Viking, and he was able to take down almost all of the Corruptors. As a matter of fact, he's gonna be able to take the Broodlords as well. That's pretty much the army. Oh my god, I think they've done it. That's pretty much the entire army of red here, and they're gonna be even able to defend this base as well. Oh my god, should be able to crush through at this point, take out this base. It's totally vulnerable. Long distance mining is all they have left, and that's it. They see the same thing. GG. Well played to everyone involved. What an incredible game of Vanguard. This is really the kind of stuff we love to see. So if you want to play Vanguard, you can play right now. It's free because the StarCraft arcade is free. So go ahead and get StarCraft Starter Edition if you don't have it already. Get in the arcade, type in Vanguard, V-A-N-G-U-A-R-D. I had to learn that one. But go ahead, type in Vanguard. We'll also have some links in the chat, and don't forget the Discord as well. Just join us and hang out and have a good time and help us build a better, more accessible RTS. My name is JaKaTaK, and as always, thanks for watching. If you have an idea for a video you would like me to do, please leave with any questions, comments, criticisms, concerns, or anything beginning with letter C in the comment section below, and I'll see you again soon.